in the golf industry, we talk a little more professional depending on the levels. Like our level of professionalism varies depending on the levels rather than it does in like the community. So when we're talking with our bosses or my superiors, like my professors, like Pat Gavin, Henry Statina, and Josh Salmon, it's always a level of utmost respect that I speak to them with. I can joke around with them occasionally, but when I talk to them, it's utmost respect, and I speak to them as I want to be spoke to. We speak to each other in a more formal way, talking with more professional words and less loose language, especially when we're trying to get to a certain point or talking about our golf games. And that translates over to the business side, which is what PGM is. It's a business major. We have to speak in a business and professional manner, which is like, rather than using words like things, we have to actually describe what those things are. And when we speak to each other like, when I speak to other members of the PGM, it's a more relaxed sense. Like, they're friends, they're acquaintances, so we talk to each other real relaxed. When we're speaking to each other like about golf, it's pretty professional, but when we're interacting with each other on the golf course, it's really relaxed. Like, as you'll see later in the video, we let language fly. When it comes to those in the pro shops, like when we go to play the golf courses, it is still professional, but it's more relaxed than when we speak to like our bosses and the business side or our professors on like the school side. We are able to joke with them, but we also show them that same respect that we believe they deserve and we deserve because they're allowing us to play the course. So I will always address them as ma'am, sir, and I will always use the words of thank you, please, or may I, or real respectful, real professional, rather than hey yo, can I go and play the course? Like, I will ask, may I please go play your course? I was wondering if you guys have any tee times.
So I was a little long in the green. Didn't know the wind was helping it a lot. Luckily, landed on some grass, so got a good chance to get an up and down for par. But this kind of short-sighted, which means I'm like the pin is close to me, so I have no green to work with. Water long, so if I blade it or anything, going in the water. So a little nerve-wracking, not a great stance. Just goal is to open the face, just land it on the fringe, just let it roll out there. Get it close.
But as you can see in this clip with Jarrett, he is describing his shot and he mentions the words like blade, which means like thin. So when you have a golf club and it thins like that, that's called blading the ball, and the ball comes out real low and real fast, which we call hot. And that's like an example of words that we use that are different and how we communicate effectively what we're trying not to do, because usually you don't want to blade it.
Sitting up kind of pretty. Man, it's lifted up in this grass. It's kind of teed up, so the balls should come out a little higher, a little more top spin, because I'm not getting under and compressing the ball. I left my two grooves dirty off my last shot, so these lines right here are full of dirt. That way I could get a little less spin on the ball and the ball release more, run out towards the pin. But I'm thinking this thing's going to break to the left. Yeah, I think it's going to break to the left. Everything pretty much slopes towards the water here. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and play a high shot towards this pin though. So, not too bad. I obviously played it way further left than I wanted to.
In my video, in the clip of me, I'm talking about compressing the ball, which is when you take the club face of which is the part that you hit the ball with, and hit down to compress it against the ground, so then it rolls up and shoots out like that, generating backspin. Which in my clip I do not want to do because I want the ball to roll out more, which means I want it to roll, and which we also say run. Or, when we say check, that means we want it to stop, get some spin on it. And I also mentioned slope, which is the way the green is angled. The ball rolls that way due to gravity and undulation. I also use the word pin, which is just the flagstick. In another clip, in this next clip, I use the word 60 degree, which is just referencing the club that I'm using for the shot out of the bunker, which is that sand pit, which I find myself in a lot. 60 degrees, just your high, like a high lofted club that we usually use to hit out of those shots because we have to hit the ground first before we hit the ball.
30 yards maybe. The pin, water long. Kind of hard bunker. Try and stick this close. 60 degree in hand. I fucking love this sport, you fucking dumbass. You learned how to hit a fucking shot, you dumbass sport.
And in the last clip, where I use more vulgar language, which is what you see on the course amongst us in the PGM, especially when we're playing friendly. I mentioned Saddam Hussein, which is just like a joking term that I've used and other guys use, pretty much referencing going bunker to bunker, kind of like Saddam Hussein.
Fuck me, bro. Hold the fucking Saddam Hussein.